Why do live always do that on YouTube? I mean, Facebook. Mark, you need to get that together. We need to talk about that because it say 5 billion people got this, and when they be doing a lot of things, it be messing up. Okay, so but anyway, this video is about the 2020 December  21st phenomenon of people getting powers and us getting powers and all that kind of stuff. And when I say all that kind of stuff, I mean powers, all that kind of stuff. On December 21st, 2020. 2020 was a year that was like, it was, for me, I'm not gonna lie, for me, it was bad when it was happening, but it was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me in my life. Like, that whole year, all the shit that happened, even though as it was happening, all of that shit was like crazy, bad, and all that kind of stuff. But like in the course of my life and things like that, like what's happening now and all that kind of stuff, it was the best thing that could have ever happened. Because I want to talk about it. I'm not all the way organized because I literally just woke up. It's 6:30. It was 6:20 when I woke up, and I decided I need to do this video. Oh dang, somebody up early. Hey, hey. I wasn't expecting nobody to be on here because it's early. But you know, early bird get the worm. The rich billionaires woke right now. I'm steady talking about that. I'm steady saying it. Okay, but anyway, so anybody who is woke or whatever, on December 21st, 2020, we were supposed to get powers. People were supposed to get powers. A lot of people know what I'm talking about. Some people probably don't. But if you do know what I'm talking about it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about it. So keep listening. So technically, they were saying we were supposed to get powers. The real world of how things go viral, they was making it into something that it really wasn't. But us woke people, we knew that really what was happening was the sun had got brighter. The sun got brighter to where our third eye will open more. Our pineal gland, whatever, however you say it, our pineal gland, however you say it, was gonna open up because the sun was getting brighter. And if you everybody remember, the sun was getting brighter, and it is brighter. Think about how hot summer has been, how hot summer was last year, and all of that. The sun got closer. We were closer. We are aligned, like, very strategically right now. And, like, that's why astrology is important. That's why knowing astrology, that's why knowing about the stars is important, because as above, so below. We are the stars. We are from stardust, and to stardust we will return. So, on the 21st, supposedly everybody third eye was supposed to open. I think what had happened was, and what the thing is, like, it's just that certain people are chosen. Certain people are chosen. Not everybody is chosen. So if you read this guy right here, the book of life, the guide of everything, the best book in the freaking world, the best piece of literature ever, if you are one of the people that can get it and not just read it and memorize it, but because you don't even have to memorize it. The things that you need to know will come to you out of this book. Just know that. It is important because those are the people, not the people that just read the Bible, because I'm not saying that, but how in the Bible it says 144,000 people are the chosen ones, are like the angels to fight and all of that kind of stuff in this spiritual battle, this war. Think about it. It's 7 trillion people on this planet. And out of 7 trillion people on this planet, only 144,000 are chosen. Think about Noah and the ark. Only 8 people was on the ark. So if it was, let's say, even 5 billion, we're going to go super low. If it was 5 billion people in the world at the time when God did, the great flood and stuff, and Noah was trying to tell people when he built his ark or whatever, and it was only 8 people out of that whole thing. Let me do it like this because this is backwards. But 8 people out of all of those people, only 8 people was on that ark and surviving. 144,000 people out of all the people in the world. So 144 people did get superpowers. 144, I mean, 1,000 people, 144,000 did get superpowers. They did. They did. And to be honest, I feel like everybody probably could have got it. I feel like not only does it have to choose you, but you have to choose it. You have to align yourself to everything that you want in this world. Everything you want, you can have. You just have to put yourself in the position to get it. It's going to come to you if you are in alignment with it. If you are aligned with what you want, it's going to come to you. As soon as I am aligned 100% with me becoming a billionaire, I am going to be a billionaire. No doubt in my mind, I am a billionaire. But not only that, because that's worldly shit. But, like, superpowers are not being like Spider-Man shooting shit out your wrist. So that's what mainstream media commercial type of people, like, that's what they made it into. That's why it didn't happen. So-called it didn't happen. It did happen for everybody who was chosen for that path. So, the type of powers that people got wasn't no Superman shooting stuff out your arm, you're gonna go flying around and stuff. It wasn't no superficial like stuff like that. It's powers, it's spiritual powers. Like, God is a celestial energy. Like, we're energy. We are energy. It's science. All of that. Our minds, our bodies, our spirits, our hearts, are the air we breathe in our lungs. That's what it is. Like, it's spiritual and psychic. It's psychic. It's psychic. Like, it's all up here. That's why people can't explain things to people. Like, if you don't know, you don't know. And that's not your fault. It's just, you know, I don't know. I really don't know, because I don't even know why I was chosen for it. And it's not even just, oh, on December 21st, that's when it happened. No. These people have been chosen their whole life. People that have dreams, people that have really good hearing, people that have really good eyesight, people that have, like, they always are right. Like, there's always something where they can, what's that called? Divination. They can always, like, tell when something, like, I'm that type of person. Like, I see things before it happen. I can see it, like, in my mind, and I know for a fact that that point is 100% real. If I ever see it in my mind, like, as a picture, like how I can see this, everything right now, how you can see me right now, if ever there's a picture in my mind and I can see it really good, it's going to happen. I've always known that since I was a little girl. If I see it inside my mind, it's going to happen. That's how I know I'm going to be a billionaire, because I saw that in my mind before. That's how I know I'm going to have a daughter whose skin is, like, light, but, like, have, like, the craziest orange, like, highlight and stuff, because I saw it. And she has, I ain't gonna say all of that, but I saw it. Like, it wasn't even in my dream. But I have dreams too that come true, and I know when my dreams are being psychic and telling me stuff too that is real and I need to know. So that's what made me come on here today and make this video, because, like, I'm getting so many downloads this morning, and like, I can't control how the downloads happen. I can't control all of that. I really can't control any of it at this point. Like, I can't control what I know and what I see, because I'm really not around too many people, like, right now. I'm around a lot of new people right now. So the people who I get information about, like, if they're not around me and I'm not thinking about them at that time, that's how I know, okay, I need to think about them. I need to either talk to them in real life, or I need to know what they're doing in real life. I need to know what's going on. But 9 times out of 10, spirit tells me what's going on. Like, I just had a dream. I know exactly what's going on with my sister. She did some very crazy, fucked up shit to me that personally, I don't really feel like our relationship is ever going to be the way that it should be. A lot of people, like, our relationship is never going to be what it could have been because of some fucked up shit that they did recently, and some of them in the past, but also recently. But that's not how God works. That's not how what I am, and the light worker and the light being that I am, that it doesn't matter, because my personal situations, this 3D world, that doesn't matter when it comes down to 5D stuff. When it comes to me being a light worker, when it comes to me being a person who's very connected with God and the spirit and the source, That's not like no personal. There's no feelings involved with that. There's no feelings, because feelings is a human thing. That's literally the only thing that makes us human, how human are. Like, we have feelings. Like I don't know how to explain that part just yet, but some people might understand where I'm going with that. On a spiritual level, on a good versus evil, God versus, I'm not going to say the devil, because in my opinion, I feel like people call God the devil when he on his punishment shit. When he giving out karma to people who deserve karma, they call it the devil. Because if you think about it, there's always, on movies, there's the angel on this side. They don't call it God for some reason. They don't call it God, but they call it the angel on this side and the devil on this side. So, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that all the way either, but the superpowers are up here. They're not in your head to make it where it sounds crazy, like they're crazy. It's in their head. Da da da. That's how mainstream and commercial put it, because they don't have it, so that's how they perceive it. That is not true, especially for the people who have it. We know that. So I'm about to tell y'all some of the psychic powers, superpowers that y'all could be looking for when y'all thinking, okay, so did I get a superpower? Because if you were into that kind of stuff and you heard about the 2020 phenomenon, whatever, waking up and all that kind of stuff, mass awakening, if you was involved in it, which I was, my day is May 22nd. That's when everything, like, it was like, it always gets to that point where your intuition been telling you stuff and stuff, but you keep on putting it off. You keep putting it off. And then spirit got to really intervene and like, very much divinely intervene in your life and be like, boom, quick, like, super fast. Like, this is what it is and this is what it's not. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's God. But, yeah. And if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. You can't force it to be for you. And if it's for you, you cannot force it not to be for you. You already in the game. You better boss up, or you're gonna be left behind. So it's not. It's kind of like a race, because you want your rightful spot. Who at the top? Who gonna be the leader following? Who gonna be the leader leading the rest of the leaders? There's always a top dog. There's always, when it comes down to it, a top dog. Even when we're all equal, somebody has to be the line leader and somebody has to be the caboose. In my opinion, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like the line leader, but when in life, like, I'm like the caboose, cause you can't see what's going on behind you if you in the front. I don't know why, but ever since I was little, like, I love being the leader. I'm always put in the type of, like, leader position. My whole life, I'm freaking the oldest in the household. Was the oldest in the household the whole time. Not the oldest on either side of my mom kids or my dad kids, but growing up in a household, I was the leader. I was the oldest in that household. So, things happen. Things in your life really do happen for a reason, even though it be bad sometimes and stuff. Another thing, spiritually, like, there's no such thing as, like, bad, or there's no such thing as something happening against you. Everything that happens is for your highest good, and it's up to you to distinguish and to decipher, like, why things could be happening the way that they're happening. Also, if you have free will and you don't use your free will, then that's another reason why some things happen to you at the same time. You make bad decisions. So karma is real, like that type of stuff. Hold on, I have it written down in my book somewhere, but I gotta find it. I think it's in red writing. Alright, I see the spiritual careers. Okay, spiritual abilities. So, in my thing, I wrote it as spiritual abilities. And look when I wrote it. Hold on. It says Thursday, February 4th. I said Friday. All right, I'm finna read them. And if you come on here on my live or whatever, even though since it's live, you might not hear me say this because nobody on here right now, but this is for a YouTube video, so don't get your pennies in a bunch. And with that being said, Okay. Should I start from the top? Okay, I'm not gonna start from. Okay, I'm gonna start from the top because it's in alphabetical order. You know, you feel me? I'm that type of person. Okay, it says a port. Wait, hold on. I think this how you say. Don't get me wrong if I say it wrong. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It says apportation. Apportation. I think. And it says the ability to undergo materialization, disappearance, or teleportation of an object. Okay, so apportation is basically you you can feel the energy of something to where you can make it disappear, or you can make up the energy in your mind and make it come to you, which is manifestation. So to the commercial people who would be like, what manifestation? If you ever tried to manifest something and you into that type of stuff and you be commercialized with your weird self, it's your version of manifestation. Boom. Okay, astral projection, which this everybody should know what this is, and we all do it. Every single human in the world astral projects. Little do everybody know, it's when you go to sleep. That's not how it's put in here, because this is being able to do it like while you up. But everybody astral projects whenever they go to sleep because their spirit leaves their body and goes into the astral plane. But the definition is, okay, astral projection plus mental projection, the ability to voluntarily project the astral body, the consciousness, so your consciousness, the being that's associated with your out of body experiences, in which associated with the out of body experience in which the astral body is felt to temporarily separate from the physical body. So that's when you go to sleep. Now that's when you meditate too. So if you a pro at meditating, you know what I'm talking about. That is a spiritual ability. Automatic writing is the ability to draw or write without conscious intent. So if you are the type of person that drew around your paper in school, like whenever you was bored, you would doodle all around your paper, like just because, you probably have this automatic writing. So what movie is that? Okay, so on Insidious, when the person had came in the house, what was her name? I forgot. But when the lady had came in the house and she was drawing and she was telling, she was speaking, but somebody else was drawing, I think, or however it was, but they was drawing what they was drawing. Okay, no, yeah. So she saw it and she was telling the other person how to draw it. He was drawing what it looked like, but he couldn't see it. That is a spiritual ability. Okay, and then divination, what I was just talking about earlier in the video, the ability to gain insight into a situation, and then it says using occult means. So don't think of occult as fucking devil shit. That's how they try to commercialize it too, try to tell y'all this shit. It's like demonized devil. Like, no, that's not, no. And there's really no such, like, that's a different conversation, never mind. But that one, little did I know my whole life, I've always had that. That's why anybody who got told that you are an old soul as a young kid, you have that. I'm telling you all the quick tricks to know which superpower, spiritual ability type thing you have. So, right now, I have gained insight into something that my sister is going through. Even though I've been knew when I was there, I've been knew what was going on. I tried to tell her. I promise you, I try to tell people things before it happens and everything, and they be thinking I'm crazy, like. And then somehow when the shit happened, two things either happen. Either they blame me for it because I said it or whatever, which that's not right. That's not, no, I just told you the truth. The truth is never going to change. I knew the truth because the truth is always there. Or they forget that I even told them. Like, there's been so many times where I didn't tell somebody that, like, yeah, this is going to happen, because of this, and told them exactly why. And they was like, they didn't care. Then it happened, and they want to be like, oh, Keirra, this stuff is happening, and like, I'm so mad and all this, and I just be in my head like they telling me like I haven't told them already like this was gonna happen. They didn't give a fuck when I was telling them that it's happening. Now they want me to give a fuck that it happened to them. What? But anyway, so that's one. I got that one. And usually when my intuition telling me stuff and I hold it off, or I'm not listening to it correctly or whatever, usually the next step is for me to see it in my dream. And I know the difference between a normal dream and a dream where it's real. Like what I just woke up from, where I said I made this video. I saw some shit that I'm not even around. I'm not even around, but I heard everything, and I saw everything perfectly clear, and I heard everything. That, first of all, hearing for me is a very, very good step in my dream to know, like, okay, this is real. If I hear it, if I hear the conversation, if I hear people talking, that type of stuff, I know it's real. So my sister talking about her ankle. Somebody like he put the what that thing called? He put the trunk down while she was getting in to get something, and it has something to do about a lot of alcohol and all that kind of stuff. Like motherfuckers really throwing their lives away, and I fucking hate that shit. They throwing their bodies away and they throwing their lives away, and I don't like that shit. And motherfuckers really encouraging that shit, and I want to smack the fuck out of them. But God, and karma got that shit. Little do motherfuckers know. I don't know, y'all. I really am not probably gonna ever stop cussing until I have kids. I don't even know about that. But yeah, so yeah, that's even a whole different story. But like, I just really just got like this whole like omniscient view. Is it that what it's called? Omniscient in the book? First person, second person, third person. Omniscient. Yeah. Omniscient view, all-knowing view. That's divination, an all-knowing view, because the truth will always be the truth. Motherfuckers be trying to lie and shit, but the truth in reality, like, you can't hide that shit. Like, it's the truth. That's what happened. There's so many situations I can't wait to tell somebody, but that's what happened. How you gonna tell me that's not what happened just because you lied and had the like whatever? But that, like, my dreams tell me hella shit, like, and I always can tell the difference between if it's real or just some bullshit. The real shit, like, it's no going back from it. And then it says drowsing, which is the ability to locate water with a tool or whatever, but we ain't gonna talk about that because I personally don't know anything about that. And then it says energy medicine, the ability to heal with one's own empathetic energy, astral, mental, or physical energy. So, what the fuck? Okay, so I know a little bit about something about this one, so I can talk about this one. And to the commercial people to understand it, have you ever been sad and somebody just all of a sudden come into your life or something like that, or somebody do something that day that make you happy, like their presence, what they words, anything that they did, like just out the blue made you better. You know how people be like, you just made my day, da da da. It's very simple stuff like that. People be trying to make it too hard to understand this type of stuff because they don't accept it, because it doesn't happen for them and to them, so they don't know. But it's literally just that simple. Spiritual energy. Then it says levitation and transvaction, the ability to float or fly by mystical means. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't know nothing about this, but I guess anybody who ever tried to play light as a feather, there you go. Levitation. Mediumship and channeling, the ability to communicate with spirits. Now this is something I know a little bit about, but I'm not gonna lie, that is so scary, and I understand that it shouldn't be. Like, now I understand that it shouldn't be, but every time it's happening, every time it's about to happen, I always can tell when it's about to happen, and it scares me so bad. And if you are scared, they are not going to pursue you. They're not going to keep trying to do what they're trying to do. If you are too scared, and if you're not accepting, if you don't accept something that's real, it's not going to come to you. So, I haven't mastered not being scared with this kind of stuff yet, but I'm pretty sure pretty soon I'm going to have to, because there's so much shit that's just like, I am the gateway. I literally, for my family, now I don't know if I don't know you personally in my family, and then I'm not speaking about you or whatever, but for my family and the people I know, I'm literally like the most connected. I'm the most connected, the most, I don't even know how to explain it, but like me and spirit, me and God, me and source, literally like we so connected. And I'm not even all the way connected, but connected enough and accepting enough, like I am the gateway. So that's why I have divination. That's why I always get insight into situations that I don't even be a part of. Like, I literally have to insert myself into the situation because I am the way that God can get into the situation. Because I be sitting back letting life happen, and all of a sudden I'm in some bullshit, and I just be like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Then I gotta have dreams about it to let me know, like, oh, okay, bitch, this is what happened. You wasn't paying attention. This is what happened. And I'm like, oh, okay. But God, spirit needs a way into things. That's why it says, like in the Bible, it says, if you're not accepting Jesus, if you're not accepting God, all that kind of stuff, like, it's not going to happen for you. You have to call them in. You have to let it be known that you want them to intervene in your life and act in your life, because they can't do nothing without your permission. But yeah, communicating with spirits, which spirits is literally just energy. Everything is energy. So don't make it harder than it needs to be. It's energy. And then it says precognition / premonition, which is like divination, but different. The ability to perceive future events. When you are aligned to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, that is when you get premonitions. That is when you get precognition, because the truth is the truth, and it will always be the truth. And 9 times out of 10, actually 10 times out of 10, when you know the whole truth, you can tell what will happen next because of karma, because of logic, because of simple shit, simple mind shit. That's why your mind is your best muscle, like your best attribute. Like I was saying about them zombies, what's going on is their mind. Their mind is keeping them right there. That's why if you shoot them in the head, then boom, they dead. But other than that, they up. Okay, so I do know something about premonitions. I'm not gonna lie, I do. This shit is real, y'all. Like, stop letting people commercialize this shit and got y'all thinking that this shit is some shit to be joking around with. Now, I'm saying that it's not evil. It's not the devil. It's not what they be trying to say. Like, I'm so mad. They killed them Salem witches and they didn't do nothing to them. Like, literally. And then they have the audacity to talk about God in court for motherfuckers to tell the truth. How you gonna, like what the Conjuring said, you accepting God, but you ain't accepting the rest that come with it. You ain't accepting it for real. But yeah, premonition. So premonition is you hear something and you know the difference between some shit, you hearing some shit that's right there and some shit that ain't really right there, but you know you heard it. Seeing some shit that ain't right there, but you know you saw it. Knowing some shit. That's clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairomniscient. Is that one of them? Anyway, that's that. Like today in my dream. It was a dream, but it was a premonition. And that is why I could hear the conversation. That is why I could discern in my dream what was going on. And that's why now that I'm woke, I know what's going on in the real world. Because my dream told me. I just want to say, publicly, do not mess with my family. If you are messing with my family, anybody who has something to do with my bloodline, you are stepping into very, very, very powerful water. And you're not going to win. You're not going to win against my family. Simply because they're my family. First off. And like I said, me and God got a very good connection. And it only takes one good connection with God for him to come down and rain hell upon this earth. For motherfuckers that do bad shit. Put it like that. But also to my family, my bloodline, that don't mean that y'all ain't gonna get y'all karma. So y'all out there doing some crazy ass shit too. Y'all letting some shit happen right now. And I'm not happy about that shit because I've been trying to tell y'all and y'all ain't listened to me this whole year and a half. So when that karma come hit y'all, y'all are gonna get saved. Somebody is gonna die. And I don't want people to be like, oh, she did something, she predicted it. I'm just telling y'all the truth. That shit is real. How God works is real. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's no negotiating with God. God is God. Like, shit happens for a reason. People bring things upon themselves when they don't listen to red flags. They don't like, it's so much to talk about. But we're going to get off that situation. Then it says psychic surgery. So this is like acupuncture. Put it in a commercial way, it's like acupuncture. The ability to remove disease or disorder within or over the body tissue via an energetic incision that heals immediately afterwards. And you might say, does something heal immediately afterwards? Yes, our bodies heal themselves, and there is a way where you can find the trick to how you can heal your body. Heal your body like a superpower. That's not what that was just talking about. That's talking about somebody removing a disease. And think about the word disease. Dis-ease, stress, overeating, gluttony, a sin. Everything in life is spiritual. Everything. Because we are celestial beings on a planet in space. Flown in space. In a galaxy. And then it says psychokinesis/telekinesis. I'm pretty sure everybody and their mama know what this one is. But I'm going to still read the definition. The ability to manipulate objects with your mind. So, manipulating an object. So, let's say my keys was all the way over there on the bed and I want to get my keys back. All I got to do is, in my mind, feel the weight of the keys. So, I can feel the weight of the keys right now. Connect with the energy of the keys. So, the energy of this key is metal, plastic. Get the energy. If I was to get the energy, if I was to be able to do it, that's because I literally had the object in my hand. Not in my hand like physically, but I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. So I'm not going to keep trying. But if I, in my mind, can get the energy right, the frequency, the vibration, all of that right, I would be able to tell the keys and make the keys come over here. Energetically. If I was to be able to do that. But I'm not going to lie, I can't do that. I probably could, but I can't do that. Okay, and then this one is remote viewing plus telekinesia, remote seeing. So I don't know if I said telekinesia right, whatever. But the ability to see a distant or unseen target using extrasensory perception. So I can do this. This is why I said when I was little, I could always tell if something was really going to happen or if it was real, because if I was awoken, what Kimo said? Awaken. Then if I could see it, same way now I know that in my dreams, if I can hear it, it's real. But if I could see it in my mind, picture perfect, it was going to happen. It was real. this is the same thing. Like, I could think of something right now, a place, and if I can see it in my head really good, I'm going to be there one day. So, my dream vacation is Bora Bora. So, if I think about Bora Bora hard enough, I can see myself how I will see Bora Bora when I'm there. So, I've never been to Bora Bora. So, if I get the perception right to where it's a view of not a picture that I've seen, but a way that I will see it when I'm really there, I know I'm going to get there. Which I already know I am going to get there. But also at the same time, I haven't tried to get the view right either. But I could try to do that right now, which I can, because really, I already know I'm going to be in Bora Bora. So it's spiritual. It's really, it's so much mind. It's so much mind. It's so much smartness, so much intuition. But that's a remote viewing. It's like, that's like manifestation too, to the commercial people. It's like manifestation. And then it says psychometry. Oh, wait, no. Psychometry plus psychoscopy. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But it's the ability to obtain information about a person or an object by touch. So if anybody ever watched Haunting of Hill House on Netflix, which if you haven't, I think you should watch it. It's really good. It's very confusing at first, but it's good. One of the sisters, she was wearing gloves because ever since she was little, like, she would be able to touch people and see things. Like, she touched her mom and she saw her mom dead. And, you know, that was her first indication to start fucking wearing gloves because she didn't want to see shit like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like one time that did happen. And that was when I was really little, so I don't even remember how I got it to happen. Like, a lot of these things, I don't know how they happened to me or for me, but they just happened. So that's that one. And then it says pyrokinesis, the ability to control flames, fire, or heat using one's mind. Now, that one, I feel like I could obtain so quickly because for some reason, when I'm really mad or when I'm thinking about stuff that makes me really mad, for some reason, the image of trees being on fire, just trees being on fire behind me, in front of me, all around me, and me not being fazed or touched by the fire or the flames, but the shit being so destructive, that always is the picture in my mind. And like I said, when I can see pictures, like, it's something about it that's real. So, yeah. When I'm very, very mad, like, I'm the type of person, like, I get so mad, but like I said plenty of times, like, I don't promote violence. Like, I could really fuck somebody up if I wanted to. I could kill their ass. Like, it ain't gonna take shit. Like, not saying I would, because like I'm saying, I would never. I wouldn't, because first of all, I know that God is real. He got my back. I would never do something like that. But at the same time, if it ever came down to it, in an apocalypse type shit, type end of the world type shit, like, I feel like I could make the trees light on fire with my mind. I feel like I can make somebody else light on fire with my mind. Fuck some lighter fluid in a lighter with my mind. Like, literally, look at they ass. Like, you just deserve it. You fucking evil being. Then, boom, light their ass on fire with my mind. They just combust out of nowhere. Seemingly out of nowhere. But in my mind, I know it's because, bitch, you made me mad. Now you burning. Ooh, that sound bad. Ugh. Okay. Retrocognition / postcognition. Hold on. Let me read that. Hold on. The ability to supernaturally perceive past events. I have that one. Boy, do I have this one. It's so many things. That's why I said for my bloodline and all that kind of stuff, like, I am that connection. It's so many things before I was even born, things before I was even thought about, things before I was even in my mama's stomach, like, conceived and shit. Like, I know so many things about my family and about my bloodline that's just like my ancestors, the ones that's passed over, like from generations ago, that oversaw all of that stuff. Like, they let me know everything that I need to know, because obviously in due time something's gonna happen. I'm gonna need to, like, I am their way in. I am their way in. I am their, like, the shit is so crazy. Like, you, that's why they was like, your DNA, you what they was saying, you get your extra strand of DNA, that third strand of DNA, whatever the fuck, like, it's your ancestors. Like, you are literally a blood, like, your blood is literally something that is from so long ago. You literally the living being, the living scripture. Like, we are from ages ago. That's why your bloodline is so important. So to all the bloodline that don't got no loyalty to their bloodline, like, that you were crazy. Freaking crazy. But perceiving past events supernaturally. So you're supernatural when you wasn't there, but you know exactly what happened. And y'all know how things always get mixed up because people always lying in real life. Perceiving past events, perceiving things naturally, supernaturally, is when you get the cold, hard truth, nothing but the truth. So it ain't no lying. There's no such thing as lying. There's no such thing as getting the wrong idea, because you know the truth. You know what really happened. The truth is whatever really happened in due time. What actually happened. Not somebody's feelings about what happened. Not somebody perceiving their one-sided thing, but like what really happened. The bigger picture of everything. The bigger picture. That's why even now, like, I can't consciously lie about stuff anymore. Like, I really can't, because for me to continue on sinning, knowing that God is real, is only I'm only putting myself in a horrible situation. Okay, and the last one I have on here is telepathy. Telepath. A lot of them have tele and psycho and kinesis and all that kind of stuff. The ability to transmit or receive thoughts supernaturally. I got this one too. There's so many times where I've been around people and the fact that they are lying presents itself to me. And I won't even say exactly the fact that they were lying, but the fact that them in that situation need to be looked at deeper. Like, one time, I was at, I'm going to tell the story as if it was happening then. I was at my friend's house. But in real time right now. So I was at my friend's house with my cousin. And my cousin had her suitcase, right? And she had her wallet inside of her suitcase. So let me picture this out for the dummies that thought they was slick. So, hold on. You see this envelope right here? And you see this book? This is the suitcase and this is the wallet. The wallet was inside of the suitcase. Zipped up. Everything zipped up. My cousin come to her wallet to get something, and she realized that there's $20 missing out of her wallet. So, no, she didn't see that, oh, somebody went in my suitcase. Let me check my wallet. No, she checking her wallet to get something, and she realized money gone. So, somebody opened up the suitcase. Opened it up consciously. Got the wallet consciously. Opened up the wallet consciously. You know. Let me see. Act like this in there. Consciously. Took the $20 out. Consciously. Put it in their pocket or something. Consciously. Zipped up the fucking wallet. Consciously. Put the wallet back in the suitcase. Consciously. Close the fucking wallet up. The suitcase up. Consciously. Put it back how it was. Consciously. So, we in the house. She realized it's gone. No, wait. Was we in the house when she realized that it was gone? I don't know, because I feel like we had to come back in. Either way. So she realized how money gone. First, low key, we wasn't sure we was gonna say nothing because we knew that they did it because it was in their house. So, and motherfuckers was coming to my house stealing shit like motherfuckers couldn't tell, like motherfuckers didn't know that they were stealing. Fucking thieves. But anyway, so they took $20 out her wallet. So we go back in and we going to go ask, like, so who took the money? Like, shit. At this point, it's not like you can lie. That's why I was like, no, it's not like we don't know that they did it. Like, it's not going. I was like, yeah, come on. Yeah, we was gone because I had to tell, because we was talking about it and we came back in. So I'm like, yeah, so, you know, she ready to fight about her money after about 20 minutes of asking who did it and everybody talking about they didn't do it. Okay. So the fucking ghost took $20 out her wallet and closed everything back up and tried to make it look perfect again, like she wasn't gonna notice that she missing $20. Okay. So we sitting here having the conversation like, who took it? And then motherfuckers telling they, like, saying they didn't do it or whatever, sitting down, we all sitting in the room or whatever. Then particularly, the friend whose house it was, whose siblings it was, like, he basically saying how he didn't do it or whatever, and like he just got this type of smug like look to him that I'm just like, you didn't do it, do you say? You say you didn't do it? So that's my first thought. Like, his demeanor way different than everybody else's. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like, his demeanor probably different if he didn't do it and he know he ain't do it. So like, he ain't got shit to worry about. Because if I ain't had shit to worry about, then that's happy. But then at the same time, I'm like, but he acting suspicious too at the same time. So I'm having this back and forth in my head, like, and he talking and shit, but I'm talking back. So I'm that type of person, like, I can read and talk at the same time. I can talk and think at the same time. I can multitask, like, with my body and my spirit at the same. Like, I don't know how to explain it too much, but like, I can do that at the same time. So he talking and I'm like, yeah, and we all looking around like we having like a little argument type of thing, but we calm as fuck, because I'm an Aquarius, he an Aries. Hello, I just told you who it was. So I'm like, in my head steady having this conversation like, okay, so is he acting like this because he didn't do it, or is he acting like this because he the motherfucker that did it? Then I had to think about, motherfucker stole a gram up out my purse before. He did it. So I'm like, okay. So he talking and shit, and in my head I'm steady, like, I'm thinking, but at the same time, you know, your intuition is that little voice. That intuition, that little voice that you gotta catch it. Like, you gotta catch the fact that it's even saying some shit to you. So I'm thinking in my head, like, is it because da-da-da, and then I realized inside my head at the same time, and he talking and shit, I can't hear him talking no more. Anytime you speaking to somebody and you can't hear what the fuck they saying, like, you literally can't hear what the fuck they saying, they lying. That's God literally put it in front of your face that they're lying. So if somebody talking to you in front of you and you can't hear shit they saying, they're lying. But also at the same time, I can't hear what he's saying, and I'm like, acting like I'm listening or whatever. But at the same time, I hear my intuition, like the little tiny voice in the back of my throat / head, whatever the fuck. He lying. It took me a second to get the chaos of how it was happening, but in the back of my head, my little tiny voice was like, he lying, like, just going super fast, saying he lying. Just sound like it was saying lying, like the animal, but it was saying he lying. And that's why I couldn't hear him talking. And then as soon as I realized that my head was doing that, and I'm stuck in my head thinking and stuff, like, I'm looking at him and I'm but at the same time, like, I can't see him and I can't hear him. Then I snap out of it and I realize, like, my intuition saying he lying. So I snap out of it or whatever, and I'm still looking at him, but now I focus my eyeballs, like, my pupils is now back to reality, looking at him. And he had moved his head a little bit, and as soon as he moved his head over a little bit, it's a dark blue like shadow, like doing it his it's in his shape, exactly moving how he moving. And you know that, like, I was like, whoa. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god. I could like, and I'm just staring and I'm looking and I'm like, it's not going away. Like, it's not like, it's not going away. Like, I'm literally looking at it like for a good 3 minutes. It's a blue ass shadow behind this nigga doing his every move. Every time he make a little move, like I could see it. So I'm like, okay, okay. And this was in August, so, of 2020. So this was in August. So my cousin, like, at this point, she hella mad, and I know for a fact when my cousin get to crying, she finna put her hands on somebody. So she start crying and shit, and I'm like, nah, calm down, cause low key, I'm not gonna lie, I would have put my hands on somebody too, cause we know that they're lying. Like, we know that y'all lying, cause we in y'all house and y'all the only motherfuckers in here. This where her shit been this whole time. Like, what the fuck? But at the same time, I'm also being logical in my head. Like, I will go the fuck off. To be honest, they whole house would have been tore the fuck up. Wouldn't have gave a fuck. Everything would have been, like, I'm that type of person. Like, I don't really like putting my hands on people, but motherfuckers gonna know I'm mad. Motherfuckers gonna see that destruction. I'm throwing every motherfucking thing. I'm throwing, flipping tables, putting holes in the wall, throwing shit out the window. Bitch, you sleep here? The lamp out the motherfucking window. A lot of crazy, just boom, like Tasmanian devil type shit. Like, I ain't gonna hurt you per se, unless you try to do some shit to me. And if I black out, then I'll hurt somebody. If I black out, I'll hurt somebody. But if I don't black out, like, I'm consciously, like, I don't like putting my hands on people, and I don't like hurting people. Like, that shit, like, I don't like doing that. But I'll fuck up their house real quick. I'll fuck up their shit real quick. Like, whoop. I don't even know what happened. Fuck. Every window broken. Every table that got glass in it broken. It's glass everywhere. Now, bitch, you gotta clean that shit up. Like, I'm that type of person. Like, my mind be like, what is gonna make a lasting effect? Because beating somebody ass, that's why ass whoopings, parents whooping their kids, like, that's some temporary, like, shit. Like, you can beat somebody ass, you can fight them, or all that kind of shit, but it ain't gonna do shit. Like, it's not gonna do shit. Oh, but if I break up their whole motherfucking house and I flip every fucking table that they got and set they shit on fire, oh, where the fuck they sleeping at tonight? But that's just because I'm a fucking crazy bitch or whatever. But, you know, I haven't did that type of shit in a long time. Ooh. I haven't did that in a few months. But, yeah, so I'm trying to tell her, like, to calm down, because she want to put her hands on somebody. And she'll put her hands on somebody real quick. And it's like, people do stuff like that, but they don't think logically of what comes after that. So I'm like, nah. All of these motherfuckers, it's only two of us. And it's other motherfuckers, like, I was like, ooh, nah, this ain't gonna go in our favor if we don't think about this strategically. So I'm just like, yeah. So don't do nothing because. And she like, but Keirra, she crying and shit, and I'm like, damn, I gotta control her real quick, cause she really finna put her hands on somebody. When my cousin cried, like, she finna put her hands on somebody. That's some Taurus shit right there. Like, she finna put her hands on somebody. So, long story short with that, I'm in that story, but motherfuckers knew what the fuck happened. Like, like, no, ain't nobody motherfucking stupid. And I'm gonna just say, it's never a time frame on get backs. You're gonna be 40 years old, and motherfuckers gonna come at you like, yeah, you remember when? You remember when? Yeah, bitch, I didn't forget. But at the same time, peace and harmony to the world. You know, let shit slide. Because when you know your power in a situation, that's good enough. Like, whatever. Okay, but anyway, so those are the powers that I was talking about. Back to what I was talking about in this video. So, anyway, so the 2020, December 21st, supermoon, there was a supermoon. That happened in July. The July supermoon in 2020. That had something to do with it. I was with my dad then around that time. I remember I had told my brothers, sisters, and I think her friend, I was like, come outside and look at the moon with me. I wonder if they thought I was weird because I said that or whatever. But I had them outside looking at the moon. It was really bright and it was pretty too. So I'm that type of person. Let's go look at the sunset. Let's go look at the sunrise. Let's go look at the stars, the moon. I'm that type of person. But yeah, so that stuff is real. We are spiritual beings, so all of that stuff you should have in the back of your mind that everything is real. Ghosts are real. Spirits, entities, demons. Like, that's all stuff, that's all real. It just depends on the type of life that a person lives, whether or not they get the good side or the bad side. But it's all God. Regardless, it's all God. It's all God. If God didn't want something to happen, he's God. He can make it not happen. And he's not even a he. It's a balance of masculine and feminine energy. A balance. That's why we're all supposed to be balanced. You're not balanced if you're not balanced with that feminine and masculine energy. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that, I think. But yeah, everything really goes together. So the Bible, the shit I was just talking about in this book, everything, all of that go together. Dreams, your dreams, all of that go together. Your intuition, all of that. That's why it's important to meditate. So everything that I just said, get in tune with yourself, align to your higher self, which is your higher self is aligned to source. Meditate, get right with yourself. This battle is spiritual. Like it's a battle of spiritual stuff. It's spiritual freedom that we are all fighting for. And once you are aligned with your true self and your mission and your purpose in life, you are free. You gave yourself complete freedom. Complete freedom. Because at that point, you realize that you are in charge of your own life. You are in charge of your own happiness, the things you go through. Not exactly everything you go through, because you still got to work from where you are to where you want to be. You have to work your way up. There's no snapping to the other side, whatever. You really got to work your way up. So that's why, like Beyonce said, don't just think about it. Don't dream about it. Only all that kind of stuff. You got to really take the actions. But yeah, so that's my little stories and my little per se and insight on December 21st. I'm not gonna lie, I used to write down everything that was happening and stuff. Actually, I kind of still do, but I don't have any of my old books. That's another thing. Motherfucker don't think that I know that they stole my book with all my notes in it and everything. And it's crazy that my own sister, like, bitch, you are literally blood. Like, you trying to turn against your blood for an outsider. One that only became friends with you and only fucked with you because they was trying to get inside your house to steal your shit. The fuck? Yeah, I love talking my shit when a motherfucker done did me dirty. Oh, I'm best at shit. Like I said, my first instinct isn't to put my hands on somebody. You wanna know why? Because I'm a fucking Aquarius and what I say goes. And I can really violate your life with my words. Because I'm gonna tell the truth. And the truth hurts and people don't like the truth. And I don't give a fuck that they don't like the truth. But yeah, with that being said, I'm probably finna make me some breakfast because now it's 7:28. Yeah, my dream, my little ugly fucking, let me stop. She not ugly. She actually really beautiful. I really love her. But she really did some fucked up shit. How you gonna get some bitches to jump me, motherfucker? But it's okay. Because it's okay. But yeah, in my dream, they was really treating her bad. Treating her horrible. But I tried to tell her. In real life, I tried to tell her they wasn't her friends. But nobody want to listen to Keirra. Then when it happened, everybody want to tell Keirra, "Oh my God, this just happened," and da, 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 da. And I just be like, one, I already told you this, so how is this something new to you? Two, I don't give a fuck that now your feelings is hurt because I've been told you. You put this upon yourself. Like, you should have listened to me. Three, I do give a fuck because the outsiders now. Hey, they ain't blood, they ain't family. I ain't got no remorse for shit that happened to them. But I ain't gonna do nothing because, that's what God is for. That's what the devil is for. That's what karma is for. Yeah. When you put yourself in your true divine position, you allow karma to. You allow source to work his magic. Like, it's no cheat codes. It's nothing. It's no cheat codes to nothing. Like, you literally, shit happens the way it's supposed to happen. So, yeah.